Oh my gosh, I fell in love with this character. I mean, I'm from Miami and I'm Cuban, and Mel is from Miami and she's Cuban.
Yeah.
But I am more Americanized than she is. I'm first generation American. I'm gonna assume that she's also first generation American, but I'm pretty sure that her household is straight, Spanish speaking. It's just way more cultural. My raising was more like be as an American as you can be. They were trying to steer from our heritage and our culture. You know what I mean? Which I understand both sides, because when you're immigrating from a country that's third world and you're coming to the United States, it makes sense to have that kind of perspective or mentality, like, oh, if I just come to the United States and just be American, I'll be accepted. You know what I mean? Now we understand, like the generations later, we understand like it's all groovy. You know what I mean? But before that, it was a little bit more difficult. But at any rate, everybody knows this character because in Miami, you see this
Yeah.
girl all the time.
Yes.
She's the
Yes.
loudest,
Yeah.
she's the sassiest, she's the craziest. She's the one that does the dare in Truth or Dare.
Hmm. Hmm.
She's the one that has the idea for spin the bottle. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like, so it just was so fun because I'm not that person. Even though I give off extroverted vibes, I'm more of an introvert. So it was so fun to like come out of my shell and like be wild, unapologetically.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I owe that immensely to Bill Lawrence, because as soon as we were on set, I mean, everybody, the entire crew, so respectful, so encouraging, with open hearts and open minds. I felt so held. I just felt like I was safe, and
Yeah.
that is like the number one thing that an actor needs is safety, because in order
Absolutely.
to fully dive into a role, you have to be vulnerable, and in order for you to be vulnerable, you have to feel safe.
Of course. Of
And
course.
they really made that happen. And Bill, I mean, there were just so many moments that I felt like he really allowed my artistry to just fly, and I wouldn't have allowed it to do that if he didn't give me the green light. Like every time we would film a scene, for example, a lot of those times after we got our takes, he's like, "Now just do one, just improv, or just go off."
That's
And I
awesome.
just went for it, and it was so much fun. Like the crew, we were all just cracking up, laughing, and it was just such a great environment. And a lot of the stuff that I did that I just like added at the end or just added in, I know I'm seeing that they've kept, and it's just so
Awesome.
rewarding because I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is awesome. Because no matter how much work you put into your craft, and no matter how many years of experience you have, if you don't have community to support you, if you don't have people telling you that they're enjoying what you're doing, or also telling you that they're benefiting from your work, what's the point? There's no
Exactly.
real like satisfaction. And like, I don't know, for me, like I'm so missing the humanity in recent times.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just like people, like what you're doing, like I appreciate it so much because people do
You.
not talk anymore.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I would really appreciate, like, I hope you come to the show so that you can like see me backstage and like I can see you in person, because like I feel like this screen is just like like it's just like this shield, you know what I mean? And like it gives people ideas and it makes them feel like they're infamous,
Hmm.
but it's
Hmm.
like then you don't have accountability for your actions, you know?
Absolutely.